Welcome to another video. Manchester derby today. Obviously I can't find my shirt, so I'll have to go down to Manchester, and I think there'll be City shirts now. It's the Manchester derby, so I'll try and find one. Obviously I'm ready to go, I've got my coat on and everything. Manchester derby, we're going to go in the car today because why not, and it'll probably be a bit too busy going on the train, so we're going to go in the car and then we're going to park somewhere around Salford Quays, wherever the away parking, wherever it is, and then we're going to walk down to the pub. And the other reason as well is about going on the train is that it gets cancelled all the time, so I thought instead of messing about with it being an early kickoff, we'll go in the car.
Against United. Doku on towards Haaland in the penalty area. What a save! Haaland gets to this one on one. Erling Haaland! Manchester City 3, Manchester United
0. Right, we're going to go now, ready. We've got a bit of green out, but as long as they don't play in green. But yeah, I'm going to go and try and get a scarf or something, so I look a bit more match day. Got my money ready, look. I've got about £300 there, goodness me, I'm very rich. So yeah, we're going to go now to Manchester, obviously in the car. Once we get there, I'll tell you, probably video of me drinking or whatever, but we'll see. So I'll see you when we get there.
Can you hear me calling out your name? We're Man City and we're on the pints again. Something's happening to me. Spent all my money on beer and City. I'll follow you everywhere. Somebody pour me a drink, somebody pour me a smoke. I'm about to get on a bus, I'm about to get on a roll. Yeah, I've been breaking my back, just keeping up with the Joneses. Y'all know what I mean? Yeah,
I'm busy round here, just need to find your way, and I think it's on the other side actually.
Those boys come and sound properly.
Why has?
Why is he blocking? Holland. The menu.
Supporters will be subject to full bag and concert at the turnstile. We would ask for your cooperation and patience in allowing our staff to stop these searches. Thank you.
هذا مش كان حلوين لا مش used to play in it. Guys, make a pass, please. Thank you. Make a pass, please. Only had in Villa. Only had in Villa. Come in, Charlotte. Come on, go.
Weet je wat fijn was?
This one is in Liverpool. Flip off.
But
And that's what you call a bad derby. Yeah, it was, you know, the first half I didn't think we were that bad. You know, yeah, you sort of watched it and thought, we're probably going to lose this, but it wasn't that bad. You know, we were defending, we were defending, you know, we were, but it was still bad, you know, and then obviously the Man United were on top, you know, we just had to defend them, and we didn't really go forward at all, really. I mean, when we got forward, we lost the ball far too easy. United got the ball, you know, and just wasn't us. You see, you kind of had that optimism before the game of, we've got this, and then when it kicked off, it was just like, what is this? United are battering us, you know, we're defending, but they're battering us, and we're going to end up losing this. And when it got to half time, you know, Haaland had his coming off, you know, injured. Looked like he was injured. I think he just had a knock or a strain on his leg that he had to, you know, pull the muscle or something. Obviously, but the you know, the actual. I mean, I'm surprised Haaland didn't score. You know, he did have a chance in the first half, but wasn't on target. So obviously, half time, you know, it's a part of regrouping, getting into the dressing room, regrouping, having your team talk. And to be honest with you, we came out in that second half, we were dead. We didn't do anything. We got absolutely battered, especially the second half. United were just great, and credit to them, you know. But yeah, we didn't do anything in that. You know, we actually looked bad in that. You know, worse in the second half. It was disgraceful. We should not have played that way. You know, disgusting. It was. Yeah, when they came out, first 5 minutes of the second half, you thought, no, we're not winning this. And I mean, United, you know, they had offside goals, didn't they? Which, and you know, they should have had a penalty at one point, and got waved away. They actually got the ball in the net 5 times in the match. So really, you know, if it didn't come to offside, it would have been 5-0, which, you know, they got the ball in the back of the net 5 times. They were dangerous. It's not like, you know, we were terrible. It was really, really bad. After this, we're going to have a look at the stats. I'm going to go through the stats with you and just look at what the stats were at the match, because it must have been embarrassing, you know. We are normally dominating, but we weren't, so we'll have a look at the stats in the next little bit. Many City fans will know him. He's called Steve, and he's just kindly said, you know, you can use my video in your video if you want. I got somebody to ask him, and it's just a quick match report of what he thinks of the match as well. That's coming up next. After that, we'll go and look at the stats of the embarrassing defeat, shall we say.
Yes, people. Well, I've watched it back and we were absolutely terrible. We didn't deserve a thing out of that game. We were battered. It should have been about 5-0. And it pains me to say it against them. But you know what? They wanted it more. They showed more pride. They showed more passion. And we looked lost out there today. The back four was all over the place. Rodri was left exposed. If it wasn't for Donnarumma and Cousinov, it could have been madness. But yeah, it was embarrassing. I feel sorry for the City fans that were there. Like you say, I went down to London and watched it in that box, which was a mad experience. I wanted to try something new, get myself out of my comfort zone, but it's not for me. You know what I mean? I've done it now, so I won't be doing it again. I'll give credit to Man United, getting a lot of shit off my mates, a lot of people getting into me, rightly so. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? I can handle getting beat in a derby if you show a little bit of pride and a little bit of passion. And I thought that was weak from us today. I don't think we showed enough. I felt like the team was poor. Yeah, so I don't know where we go from here. Arsenal again have dropped points as well. So we're basically just petering along now. Arsenal don't even have to do much to go and win this league. Manchester City, we're just not good enough. That back four will not win us the title, we know that. But tonight belongs to United. They've had a lot of stick off me, so it's my turn, and we've got to go back to the drawing board. Pep's got to sort it out, and we've got to somehow get some out of this season. But yeah, disappointing, Blues.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Steve. You know, brilliant, and he is right. You know, people, Man United fans have been messaging me saying, "In that you know," and yeah, you get the banter. You know, you kind of have the banter, don't you? It's Derby Day. Ha, we beat you, but it's been flooded, and I've received hate. Well, not hate, but it's, you know, it's sort of more banter, isn't it? And oh, you know, and it was coming. You know, it was coming from watching the game back. It was we played. We probably could have played our youth team, and they probably could have done better than that. You know, it was really shocking, and it was, and we have to, you know, Pep Guardiola has to find a way of being able to get that team back and explain to them, get them in that dressing room or changing room, whatever you want to call it, and say that wasn't acceptable. You know, you have to be able to play a lot, you know, a lot better than that. It wasn't up to standards of what Man City is all about. That's what you've got to say. We're going to look at the stats, as I've said. You know, shocking, really shocking stats. It's not as at a Man City standard. Let me just get this working again. I've got a new microphone, so probably won't be able to. It might sound a little bit different. as such. You might be able to actually hear me for once in this one. But we're just going to look at this first. It'll come up, there you go. It was shocking, wasn't it? It was a real shocking performance. Obviously if you go down here, shots 10 out of 7. It's relatively okay, but I mean, come on. Normally we're smashing that, aren't we? You know, it's really poor from us. They had 7 shots on target. Probably half of those would have been the ones that ended in the net. And then obviously it's no really big deal, is it? If you can see it here, it's not gonna. But yeah, 7 blooming shots on target. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. No shots on target. Is that like Manchester City? Yes, you're talking about Manchester City, who have won these Premier League titles. You've won cups, trophies. Obviously, bar last season, which was we didn't win anything. We don't want a season like that again. But look, you know, you've not had 1 shot on target in a Manchester derby, and I think that needs looking at. You need to look into that. Possession, obviously we did possession wise, but that at the end of the day, possession doesn't really mean anything, does it really? And then obviously we had slight more shots than them, even though it doesn't feel like it. The surprising one here, red cards. He should have been sent off. That Dello, is it Dello? Should have been sent off. It was a real clear red card. Should have probably been a penalty kick, maybe. But yeah, very poor. And then here's the league table. I don't know if this one's live because Villa are playing today, so this probably won't be this, as we speak when this video is out. But Villa can climb to second if they beat Everton, which they probably will. They're on quite good form, Villa. And then obviously there's us. We're very, very lucky that Arsenal didn't win yesterday. So we are kind of still in the title race, I would say, just. And then obviously, just going to quickly show you as well. The lineup. This is what people are talking about. Manchester United's lineup. Okay, fair enough. Here, is it showing up on there? Yeah. So, Donnarumma, brilliant. He kept us in the game yesterday. The amount of saves that he made was brilliant. But then we go to here. I don't want to see him in a City shirt again. Rico Lewis started him in a Manchester derby. No. Here, he was okay. I wouldn't say he's... And this one, I'm sorry, no. Why are you starting him in a Manchester derby? I would not know. Nathan Ake is probably in the wrong position there. Okay, Rodri's there, but United were just coming at him. It should have been a different lineup, I think. Semenyo, what have I done? Semenyo is okay there. Foden, he got brought off because of a broken finger. I'm sorry, you can't. What an excuse, you can't do that. Bernardo Silva, Doku and Haaland, they should have all played better. Haaland hasn't scored in a few matches now. He normally does well in a Manchester derby, but he hasn't. And this one here, this is what I'm talking about. The yellow card, 11th minute, should have been a red card. And that's where, that's where we're looking at. If we look at the, I'm just going to show you something. What have I done now? So, City's next game. Where are we? We're in the Champions League on Tuesday. Away, we should be able to beat them. Hopefully, we are favourites to beat them, but you don't know. But that sort of game will be, good enough to get us back into the race, let's say. Back in the Premier League next Saturday, we've got Wolves. Bottom of the Premier League, we should be able to beat them. We're favourites, obviously. Did we beat them last time? I can't remember. But yeah, it's disappointing, and the problem is as well is you have to. What's this? Oh no, we're all right. So yeah, problem is we can't expect to go to a Manchester derby. We didn't look interested. We looked like we just didn't want to be there. We didn't want to play. And it all comes down to the responsibility of Pep now, because he is the man that says, instructs the players what to do, and we have to get back on track. Obviously, Arsenal lost last night, so we know where we stand. We're still in the title race at the moment. That's not going to last forever, though, so we have to be able to hope that Aston Villa and Arsenal both drop points and will be back again soon. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and it's not been the derby that we wanted, but we've got to hope that we're in the race again soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be Friday or Saturday. Probably be Saturday, maybe Sunday. It's not a football one, so I don't actually know. But yeah, Manchester is probably in the middle. I'd say we're probably still blue, but it's just a disappointing performance, and a horrible performance, really. But anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for Steve for letting me put his clip in the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. I just want to get the message out there that being a Manchester City fan and don't, it's football. It's a part of being a football fan. These ups and downs. Look at Liverpool. They're not having a great season, and yeah, they had a go at the manager. He's still there. They're starting to very slowly pick up on points, and it's a part of being a football fan. You have ups and downs. You're not going to win every game. And I just want to put the message out there saying, don't ever say, I'm not going to watch this team again, I'm going to walk away. You've got to keep supporting them. Whatever happens, keep supporting them. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be back. I think it's just a bit of a bump in the road that we've had against United. It's got to be United.
We're getting high.
But, we'll be back.
Someday you will find in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky.